Bones said the blues, they use you to heal the broken bone. Bones said the blues, I'm alone in a different way, with a different kind of break. Bones said the blues, you'll make me tea that tastes of earth and memory and hurt. Your leaves are rough, your flowers white, you grow beside the road. Bones said a blue, you showed me that healing comes in many forms. Bones said a blues, through the storm of grief you've been a steady, quiet friend. Bones said a blues, you'll mend what can be mended, what's not beyond repair. Bones said a blues, I'm aware that some breaks never fully heal. Bones said a blues, you're real in a way that platitudes can never be. I brew you when the blues have settled in my bones. Bones said of blues, the tones of your tea are bitter, like the grief I carry still. Bones said of blues, I will keep coming back to you when the blues get too heavy to bear. Bones said of blues, you're the prayer I whisper when I need a break from all the pain. Bones said of blues, the rain that falls outside my window as I sip you. Bones said of blues, you're true in a way that nothing else has been. You teach me that healing is a process, slow and sure. Bones said of blues, the cure is not in you alone, but in the combination. Bones said of blues, the foundation of my recovery is built on small, consistent things. Bones said of blues, you bring me comfort in a cup, a moment of peace. Bones said of blues, you'll cease to be needed someday, but not today. Bones said of blues, you're the way I cope with the blues that settle in my bones. I remember the first time I looked in your eyes. I got lost so deep I couldn't find the lies. I couldn't see the pain that waited there. I just saw someone who seemed to care. They said the eyes are windows to the soul, but yours were more like doors that stole Every piece of me that I had saved, every boundary I had ever made. Lost in your eyes, I couldn't see the person you would turn out to be. Lost in your eyes, I couldn't find the warning signs that trouble mine. Lost in your eyes, I found a world where all my doubts were swiftly hurled away, into the night. Lost in your eyes, I saw the light, but it was just a passing train, just a mirage, just some pain dressed up in a pretty guise. Now I'm just lost without your eyes. The last time I looked in your eyes, I saw the truth behind the lies. I saw the person you really are, a stranger wearing a familiar scar. They had changed, or maybe I'd grown enough to see what I'd always known, that love can live in hollow space, that emptiness can have a face. Lost in your eyes, I couldn't see the person you would turn out to be. Lost in your eyes, I couldn't find the warning signs that trouble mine. Lost in your eyes, I found a world where all my doubts were swiftly hurled away, into the night. Lost in your eyes, I saw the light, but it was just a passing train, just a mirage, just some pain dressed up in a pretty guise. Now I'm just lost without your eyes. I'm learning how to trust my own, to see the world from my own throne, to look into the eyes of me and find the truth and set it free. I don't need your eyes to find the peace that lives within my mind. I have my own two eyes to see the person I was meant to be. Lost in your eyes, I'm found at last, released from the spell of the past. Lost in your eyes, I see it clear that you were never really here. You were a projection of my need, a fantasy, a fragile sea. Lost in your eyes, I'm finally free to be the one who sees the real me. The real me. Lost in your eyes. They say that love is blind, and now I know it's true, because I couldn't see the signs that told me you would go, the truth that you were leaving me. I couldn't see the way you look away when I was talking about our future plans. I couldn't hear the things you didn't say. I couldn't feel your slipping hands. Love put blinders on my eyes, made me believe in beautiful lies, made me trust when I should doubt, made me stay when I should get out. Love is blind, love is blind. It makes you leave your sense behind. Love is blind, you cannot see the person that they're gonna be. You only see the best in them. You only see the diadem of all their beauty, all their grace. You never see the leaving face. My friends all try to tell me so. They saw what I refused to know. They saw the way you disappeared for hours, days, another year. But I defended you each time. Said you don't know him like I do. I couldn't see the subtle climb of someone making love untrue. Love put blinders on my eyes, made me believe in beautiful lies, made me trust when I should doubt, made me stay when I should get out. Love is blind, love is blind. It makes you leave your sense behind. Love is blind, you cannot see the person that they're gonna be. You only see the best in them. You only see the diadem of all their beauty, all their grace. You never see the leaving face. But now my eyes are open wide. I see the truth I used to hide. I see the person that you are, a falling, fading, falling star. Maybe that's the gift of pain, to make us see, to make us sane, to open up our blinded eyes and help us recognize the lies. Love is blind, but I can see the person you were meant to be was never really meant for me. Love is blind, but now I'm free to see the world with open eyes, to recognize the truth, the lies. Love is blind, but I survived to see the day I finally thrived. Finally thrived. Love is blind. You were hard to crack like macadamia, a tough exterior, hidden interior. I had to work to get inside, to find the love you tried to hide. But when I did, it was so sweet, a creamy kernel, a tender treat, the sweetest thing I'd ever known. A love that felt like coming home. But mist rolls in and covers all, and makes the tallest mountain small. It hides the sweetness, hides the tree, and leaves you blind and leaves you me. Macadamia mist, your heart to find when fog has covered up my mind. Macadamia mist, I search for the sweetness we had, for the love we nursed, but all I find is cloudy air and the memory of your care. Macadamia mist, you're gone, but in my heart you linger on. I walk through groves of memory, looking for our macadamia tree, but everyone I see is bare of the love we used to share. The fog is settled and so deep, it's covered all the love we keep. It's hidden every single branch, every hope, every second chance. But mist rolls in and covers all, Macadamia mist, you're hard to find when fog has covered up my mind. Macadamia mist, I search for the sweetness we had, for the love we nursed, but all I find is cloudy air and the memory of your care. Macadamia mist, you're gone, but in my heart you linger on. But mist will lift and fog will clear, and what was hidden will appear. The macadamia tree will stand with its sweet nut in my hand, and I remember how it felt when in your arms I used to melt. And though you're gone, the sweetness stays in quiet, unnoticed ways. Macadamia mist, I'll wait until the fog abates. Macadamia mist, I know that somewhere, somehow, you still grow in a place I cannot see. But in my heart you'll always be the sweetest thing I ever knew. Macadamia, I'll find you. I'll find you. Macadamia mist. The clock strikes 12 and here you are, not beside me but from afar. In every drop that hits the ground, in every lonely, lonely sound, I close my eyes and see your face. In this dark and empty space, the rain creates a veil so thin between where you and I begin. Midnight rain falls so free, won't you bring back to me? Midnight rain, you know my heart, you've known it from the very start. Midnight rain, you're falling down on this lonely sleeping town. Midnight rain, you wash away the love I needed to stay, but you can't wash away the ache, the memories that keep me awake. Midnight rain, I hear you falling through it all. I miss him most of all. I used to love the rain at night, when you were here to hold me tight. We make a game of staying dry, or stand outside and wonder why the world felt so much more alive when we had each other to survive. Now the rain just makes me cold, a story slowly growing old. Midnight rain, you fall so free, won't you bring him back to me? Midnight rain, you know my heart, you've known it from the very start. Midnight rain, you're falling down on this lonely sleeping town. Midnight rain, you wash away the love I needed to stay, but you can't wash away the ache, the memories that keep me awake. Midnight rain, I hear you falling through it all. I miss him most of all. But rain is just a passing thing, a temporary offering of water to the thirsty ground, a soft and melancholy sound. And maybe I'm just passing through this season of missing you. the rising sun, midnight rain. It's midnight and the rain is falling down against my window, against this town. I lie awake and listen to the sound of water hitting the cold, hard ground. It sounds like tears, it sounds like me, it sounds like everything that used to be. A steady rhythm of despair, a reminder that you're not there. You understand the sorrow that I've had planned for all these lonely, sleepless nights, for all these never-ending fights. Midnight rainfall, wash away the memories of yesterday. Midnight rainfall, cleanse my soul, make me finally feel whole. Let your drops erase the pain, let your rhythm break the chain of loving you and losing me. Midnight rainfall, set me free. I think about the nights we lie and listen to the storm outside. You'd hold me close and whisper low that together we'd always glow. Now the storms just make me cry, wondering how and wondering why you left me here to face them all alone against the midnight rainfall. Midnight rainfall, you understand the sorrow that I've had planned for all these lonely, sleepless nights, for all these never-ending fights. Midnight rainfall, wash away the memories of yesterday. Midnight rainfall, cleanse my soul, make me finally feel whole. Let your drops erase the pain, let your rhythm break the chain of loving you and losing me. Midnight rainfall, set me free. But rainfall brings the morning dew, and morning brings the sky so blue. And maybe after all this rain I'll find some sunshine once again. The storms will pass, the clouds will clear, and I'll no longer be held here by the grief, by the creep, by the midnight rainfall and the rain. Midnight rainfall, let you fall and answer to my every call. Midnight rainfall, you're my friend until the very, very end of this season, of this time, of this sad and lonely run. Midnight rainfall, when you're done, I'll face the rising, warming sun, the warming sun. Midnight rainfall. I built a fire with the letters that you wrote, Every page of memory I couldn't keep afloat. I watched the paper curl and turn to black, hoping that would help me get you back. But fire doesn't bring back what is gone. It just turns the memories into song, a smoke that rises up into the air, leaving nothing but the evidence of care. I used to think that fire meant rebirth, that from the ashes something new would grow. But all I feel is the cold earth and the wind that only seems to blow. My heart is ash, my heart is dust, my heart is everything that once was us. It crumbles when the wind blows through. My heart is ash without you, without you, without you. I drove past the house where we first said I love you. There's a for sale sign and the yard is overgrown. I sat there in my car like a fool, trying to feel something that I've never known. The people who live there now don't know our names. They don't know that we painted the bedroom blue. They don't know that we played our little games. They don't know that my heart still belongs to you. I used to think that time would heal the burn, that someday I'd stop reaching for the phone. But all I've learned is how to wait my turn for the ashes to become a stone. My heart is ash, my heart is dust, my heart is everything that once was us. It crumbles when the wind blows through. My heart is ash without you, without you, without you. And maybe ash can fertilize the ground. Maybe something beautiful will grow. But right now all I feel is the profound emptiness of letting go. My heart is ash, my heart is dust, my heart is everything that once was us. It crumbles when the wind blows through. My heart is ash without you. My heart is ash. Ooh, without you. My heart is ash. I gave you everything I had, I laid it at your feet. But loving you was like walking down a one-way street. I kept moving forward while you stayed where you were. I gave you all my love and you gave me the blur of someone who was almost there but never really close, of someone that you needed but not the one you chose. I ran and ran and ran till my legs could run no more, and then I found myself lying on the floor. They say that love is give and take, but all I did was give and break. They say that love is a two-way road, but mine was just a heavy load. One-way street, one-way love, one-way blessings from above that never seem to come my way. No matter how I try to pray, I'm finally walking away today. One-way street, I'm walking away. One-way street. Single passes in my fruit bowl, perfectly shaped, beautiful and whole. But pears are meant to be shared, I think, like a glass of wine, like a kitchen sink, full of dishes for two, not for one, full of life that's over and done. I bought it because it reminded me of the shape of you, of the shape of we. Pears have a curve like a woman's hip, like the gentle slope of a lover's lip, like the way you'd hold me close at night, like the way you would turn on the light. Pair of loneliness, why are you here? Pair of loneliness, bringing the fear that I'll be alone forever now, that I won't remember how to share a pair, to share a life, to be somebody's wife. Pair of loneliness, sitting there. Pair of loneliness, my despair. I thought about cutting it in half, just to have a laugh, just to pretend that you were here, just to pretend that you were near. But half a pair for half a heart would just tear me apart, would just remind me of the divide, of the space between us, deep and wide. So I let it sit there day after day, watching it slowly decay, watching it wrinkle and turn brown, watching my hopes so fall down. Pair of loneliness, why are you here? Pair of loneliness, bringing the fear that I'll be alone forever now, that I won't remember how to share a pair, to share a life, to be somebody's wife. Pair of loneliness, sitting there. Pair of loneliness, my despair. Finally, when it was too far gone to eat, I threw it away, feeling the defeat of loving you, of losing you, of not knowing what to do. But the memory of that pair remains, the shape of loneliness, the pains of learning how to be alone in a world that used to be our own. Pair of loneliness, how we're loneliness, how we remember you, how we remember you. I brought a plum so dark and deep, the color of the grief I keep inside my chest, inside my soul. Since you love, since you rose control, it was purple like a bruise, the color of the love I lose over and in every single way. I bit into it and the juice was sweet but also had the use of reminding me of all the blood I've shed since the flood. Plum of sorrow, deep and dark. Plum of sorrow, leaving its mark on my tongue, on my lips, on my fingertips. Plum of sorrow, why are you so sweet? Plum of sorrow, why do you defeat all of my attempts to move on since you've been gone, since you've been gone? The flesh was soft and yielding too, just like I was with you. I gave in easily, I gave in fast. I never thought it wouldn't last. The stone inside was hard and smooth, like the heart you had to prove that you were tough, that you could leave, that you could make me grieve. I held the stone in my palm and thought of all the battles that I fought to keep you close, to make you stay, to make you wanna play. Plum of sorrow, deep and dark. Plum of sorrow, leaving its mark on my tongue, on my lips, on my fingertips. Plum of sorrow, why are you so sweet? Plum of sorrow, why do you defeat all of my attempts to move on since you've been gone, since you've been gone? Maybe someday the color plum won't make my heart go numb. Maybe someday I'll see that hue and just think of the fruit, not you. But today you're a plum of sorrow. Today you're the pain I borrow from yesterday, from the past, from the love that didn't last. Plum of sorrow. I found dried porcini in the back of the shelf, and I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. I bought them and brought them home to you, even though you're not here, even though we're through. You taught me how to cook with them, how to soak them in water, how to stem them from their woody base, how to slice and thin it, and how to make them nice. You make a risotto that would change my life. You would chop an onion with a knife, so skilled, so quick, so full of grace. You put a smile on my face. Porcini of past, earthy and deep. Porcini of past, secrets you keep, of meals we shared, of love we made, of memories that never fade. Porcini of past, I soak you now in water and tears. I don't know how to make the dish without you here. Porcini of past, you bring the fear. try to make the risotto myself. Put the porcini on the shelf to soak, to soften and give their taste. I didn't want them to go to waste. I chopped the onion, I stirred the rice. I tried to follow your advice. I added wine, I added stock. I watched the pot, I watched the clock. But when I tasted it at the end, it wasn't the same, my friend. Something was missing, something was gone. The love that you brought was withdrawn. Porcini of past, earthy and deep. Porcini of past, secrets you keep, of meals we shared, of love we made, of memories that never fade. Porcini of past, I soak you now in water and tears. I don't know how to make the dish without you here. Porcini of past, you bring the fear. I ate it anyway, bowl by bowl, letting the sadness take its toll, letting the porcini do their work, letting the memories lurk. Porcini of past, I'll try again someday when I'm ready to begin to cook for one, to cook with joy, to cook without the need to destroy. Porcini of past. Porcini of past, you bring again. I grilled a portobello mushroom tonight, the big kind, the meaty kind, the kind that might fool you into thinking it was steak, the kind that made my heart ache. You love them brushed with balsamic and oil. You'd grill them until they started to broil. You'd serve them with garlic and fresh thyme. You'd make me feel like it was prime time. I remember the last time we had them together. It was warm, it was golden weather. We sat on the deck and watched the sunset, and I haven't been the same since, you bet. Portobello of pain, why are you so meaty? Portobello of pain, why are you so sweetie? Tasting like the love we had, tasting like the good and the bad. Portobello of pain, I eat you alone. Portobello of pain, you're like a stone in my stomach, in my chest. Portobello of pain, you put me to the test. I brushed it just the way you taught. I grilled it until it was nicely raw. I added garlic, I added thyme. I tried to make it prime time, but when I sat down to eat, it wasn't tender, it wasn't sweet. It was tough and chewy and full of regret. The best portobello I'd ever had, you bet. I forced myself to take each bite. I forced myself to see the light, but the light was dim, the light was low. The light was telling me to let you go. Portobello of pain, why are you so meaty? Portobello of pain, why are you so sweetie? Tasting like the love we had, tasting like the good and the bad. Portobello of pain, I eat you alone. Portobello of pain, you're like a stone in my stomach, in my chest. Portobello of pain, you put me to the test. Maybe someday I'll grill a portobello, and it won't make me feel so yellow. Tonight you're a portobello of pain. Tonight you're the tears in the rain. Tonight you're the love that I can't regain. Portobello of pain. Portobello of pain. Portobello of pain. Portobello of pain. We burned so bright once, you and I, a fire reaching for the sky, the kind of flame that warms the soul, the kind that makes you feel whole. But fires need fuel to keep them going, and somewhere along our love stopped growing. The logs turned to ash, the embers grew cold. The story of us grew old. I remember the last spark we had. It flickered briefly, then was sad. It sputtered out without a sound and left me on the ground. Quench fire, cold and gray. Quench fire, faded away. Where there was heat, now there's just chill. Where there was love, now there's just still. Quench fire, the smoke is clear. Quench fire, what I fear has come to pass, has come to be. Quench fire, you've left me. I walk through the ruins of what we built, every corner stained with guilt, every room a memory of what used to be. The fireplace stands empty now. I don't know how to light another flame in here when all that's left is fear. I try to blow on the dying coals. I try to salvage our burning souls, but some fires just can't be revived, no matter how hard you try. Quench fire, cold and gray. Quench fire, faded away. Where there was heat, now there's just chill. Where there was love, now there's just still. Quench fire, the smoke is clear. Quench fire, what I feel has come to pass, has come to be. Quench fire. Maybe some fires are meant to burn out. Maybe there's no room for doubt. Maybe the ashes on the floor are just the closing of a door. Quench fire, I'm learning now to let the cold be, to take a bow, to walk away from the dying flame, to accept that you're not to blame. Quench fire, quench fire. stood at the altar, you stood by my side, with quivering lips and eyes so wide. You said I do, but your voice shook, and I should have taken a second look. I should have seen the fear behind, the beautiful, the kind. I should have known that quivering meant that our time together would be spent. But I was young and I was blind, I only saw what I could find. On the surface, on the skin, I let the quivering in. Quivering lips, you told the truth. Quivering lips, in spite of your youth, you tried to warn me, tried to say that love would not be here to stay. Quivering lips, I should have known. Quivering lips, I should have grown wiser, stronger, smarter too. Quivering lips, I should have listened to you. The last time I saw you, your lips did the same, quivering gently, calling my name. You said I have to go away, and there was nothing I could say. The quivering told me it was real. The quivering told me how you feel, the fear, the doubt, the need to leave, the heart that you had to retrieve. And now I see the signs so clear. I see them now, I see them here, in every quiver, every shake, and every heart that has to break. Quivering lips, you told the truth. Quivering lips, in spite of your youth, you tried to warn me, tried to say that love would not be here to stay. Quivering lips, I should have known. Quivering lips, I should have grown wiser, stronger, smarter too. Quivering lips, I should have listened to you. I watch old videos of us and see the quiver, see the fuss. I see the signs I missed back then, and I wanna go back, but when quivering lips, I understand. Quivering lips, you were so grand for trying to tell me what was true. Quivering lips, I hear you now, I do. Quivering lips, quivering lips, I hear you now. We had a good thing, didn't we? At least that's how it seems to me. Candlelit dinner, slow dancing too. Now all that's left is overdue. The restaurant we love closed down, just like I love in this cold town. The waiter asks if I'm okay. I lie and say I'm fine today. This ruined romance, pages torn, a fairy tale that left me warm. We had the world inside our hands. Now I'm just trying has your number saved with every heart I ever gave. I scroll to it some nights and stare, wishing you were there. I almost call 100 times, but stop myself for many reasons. What would I say? What would you do? Would you even make it through? Silent phone calls I'll never make for my own broken heart's sake. I write the words down in a text, then delete what's next. Silent phone calls to you. I imagine hearing your hello, the way it used to flow. But silence is the only sound on this empty ground. Maybe silence is the call that keeps me from another fall. Maybe not reaching out is what love is all about. Silent phone calls I'll never make for my own broken heart's sake. I write the words down in a text, then delete what's next. Silent phone calls to you. She walks through crowds of people, but she can't see past the steeple of the church where they were wed before the words were said. She smiles when someone talks to her, but inside she's just a blur, a photograph that's out of focus on a train that's bound for hopeless. She's the loneliest girl in the whole wide world, with her lonely heart in a lonely curl. She sleeps alone in a lonely bed with lonely thoughts inside her head. The loneliest girl you'll ever know. She checks her phone a million times for messages and rhymes, but silence is the only tag waiting for what's next. Maybe lonely girls are strong. Maybe they just sing their song. Maybe solitude's a friend that helps them finally mend. She's the loneliest girl in the whole wide world, with her lonely heart in a lonely curl. She sleeps alone in a lonely bed with lonely thoughts inside her head. The you'll ever know. I watch the seasons come and go, through sunshine and through snow. The flowers bloom and then they fade, just like the plans we made. The years roll on without a care, but I'm still standing there, right where you left me long ago, with nothing left to show. Time heals nothing, it's plain to see. It just keeps moving, wild and free, while I'm stuck in the past, holding on to something that couldn't last. Time heals nothing at all. The birthdays pass without your call. The leaves continue to fall. I celebrate alone each year with my silent tear. Maybe time was never meant to be our medicine or a friend. Maybe it just carries on until our pain is gone. Time heals nothing, it's plain to see. It just keeps moving, wild and free, while I'm stuck in the past, holding on to something that couldn't last. Time heals nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I started writing this for you when all love was shiny and new. The melody came easily, like you did to me. But somewhere in the second verse, our love became a curse. The words just wouldn't come no more, like you walking out the door. Unfinished song upon a page, a symbol of a bygone age. The chorus that we never sang, left with a clang. Unfinished song, will you ever be complete? I try to pick the pencil up to fill the empty cup, but every note I try to write just doesn't feel right. Maybe songs are meant to end before they can offend. Maybe unfinished is the way they have the final say. Unfinished song upon the page, a symbol of a bygone age, a chorus that we never sang, words with a clang. Unfinished song. Will you ever be complete? Will you ever be I walk through valleys dark and deep, where memories sleep. The shadows stretch for miles around on this hollow ground. I cannot see the sun above. I've forgotten how to love. The path is narrow, steep, and cold as the story's told. Valley of shadow, on this road that I call home. I fear no evil, that's not true. I fear being without you. Valley of shadow, lead me out. The shepherd's staff cannot reach me in this misery. I've wandered far from any flock on this lonely rock. Maybe valleys teach us height, maybe shadow brings the light, maybe walking through the dark leaves a permanent mark. Valley of shadow, I walk alone on this road that I call home. I fear no evil, that's not true. I fear being without you. Valley of shadow, lead me out. Lead me out. Lead me